I'd seen other teams in the country, Ole Miss, Ohio State, Oregon, etc., have a grassroots effort of getting the collective and getting money funded to the collective, and then you going out and getting players.
Yeah.
I also saw Jay Johnson literally do this same thing. And so, look, when I looked at the depth chart 4 weeks ago, and we talked about this on our show, Bryce, you weren't a 7-win football team. Like, if you did not go and get dudes, you're gonna lose football games. So I had been a month ago, and which is kind of funny now, I had been going out there, Bryce, saying, like, listen, you're probably going to lose 2 tackles. You're going to lose Kyron Lacey. You're going to lose pretty much your entire safety room with Sage Ryan, Major Burns. You're going to lose your best corner in Zy Alexander. You're going to lose Gio Paez more than likely. Braden Swenson's not coming back. Yeah. And I just looked at it and said, listen, Brian Kelly doesn't have a choice. There is no choice here. He's got to go to the portal. So I've been plugging like, hey, man, we see teams that go and fill needs through the portal. You won a national championship in baseball and in women's basketball by filling needs, by going into the portal and getting premier football play or premier players. Yeah. You're going to have to do it here. So then Bryce, literally, as we said that, the very next press conference was the Brian Kelly one when he says, we need money. So what did I do? I got the intern. I was like, clip it. I'm texting him in all caps. Clip it. Put it on YouTube. And that's where it originated. So without beknownst to me, I didn't realize what we had been doing really had started a grassroots effort. Then, getting reached out to by the collective and Jared Wilson, then finding out what we did have an impact. Yeah. And Bryce, here's the truth. Louisiana has a path of being chaotic. I've covered it. I lived it. I'm from this state. We can be a chaotic people. I know what happens and what this place can be. This place can be special. Mm-hmm. It is special. Okay. So I just took it upon myself. By the way, I am not a paid spokesperson for the collective. I refuse to take money from LSU and the collective because I don't ever want to be like, oh, well, Blake's not coming down on LSU because he's getting paid by the collective. No way, no how. Yeah. I don't want money. What I want is that when we do a post game every single Saturday, I want to be able to come out here and say, you know what? We lined up and whipped their ass. Sorry if I can't curse, but we got our asses whipped. And see, Bryce, here's another thing. Of the 8 SEC losses that Brian Kelly has, we're going to talk about this tonight on our show, and Sadir Mitchell, who I'm sure we'll get to. LSU has averaged giving up over 250 rushing yards on the ground. That means that you have a problem. Yeah. What do you have to do? You have to go get dudes that can stop the run. So, look, I have a first cousin who is a director of player personnel for a team that's in the playoff. I know what his wife does every Saturday and what they do for the collective. And I'm like, why aren't we doing it? Like, why aren't we doing these grassroots things? So I know that's a long-winded answer on that, but I want this place to be elite. I know that, Bryce, that this place has shown 2003, 2011, 2007, 2019. When LSU is hitting on the right cylinders, that happens. Yeah. Jaden Daniels, we got his bobblehead right there. You just can't see it. Jaden Daniels happens. Yeah. That's what I want this place to be. If we are aligned and we're all on the same path, ironic, not trying to use a pun here, but if you're all on the right path, this place can be special. And that's what I want this place to be. Look, you can call me a homer. I am a homer. I started a brand new business covering a team that I love. You're right. I'm a homer. I want to win, but I'll be critical of them in a loss. I'll be critical of them in a win, but it doesn't matter. I want this place to be special, and I think everybody else does too. And here's the biggest thing, Bryce. Brian Kelly called out the fan base and the boosters. Boy, did they respond. And it gives me chill bumps, really. Because it's like, hey, man, You could have had two paths here that you could have said, screw this guy. He makes $10 million a year. He needs to give money, which he did.
Yeah.
Or you can say, you know what? We have enough faith in him that we're going to rally behind him and let's go win a natty. Let's go to the playoff. And here's another thing, Bryce, what people don't get, and now that they're starting to understand, you have teams in SMU who's not getting paid by the ACC this year. Stay with me. They're about to make $20 million in playoff TV revenue.
Yep.
Tell me that that's not a big deal. So you want to be able to continue to get brick and mortar, make a playoff game. Oh, and by the way, 2026, when it gets it's going to be 25, then 30, then 33, then 37. That is what sets you apart from all these different teams if you can make that top 12 or top 14, whatever it'll be. So, again, I want this place to be elite. I go through post-game shows, or I do post-game shows every Saturday. I'm tired of the negative energy. I don't want to be negative, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't it wears me down. I'm exhausted. But that, in a nutshell, and a 5-minute answer, we could talk about this for an hour and it wouldn't be enough. But in a nutshell, in 5 minutes, that is what I believe, and I just want this place to be special, man.